You're listening to Dane and Jeff's Media Dump. Normally, I'd say these assholes are the perfect excuse for birth control, but some jackass paid me a lot of cash, so hail to the kings, baby.
So we watched one of my favorite movies, and it has a tremendous food scene in it.
Food.
God, man, you got a lot of beef. Where'd you get all this beef? Did you see my cows out front? No.
Exactly.
Dude, Meg, you slaughtered your old cows. Nice. I want to ask you boys, what is your favorite food scenes in movies?
Oof.
This being one of them for mine. I'll give you another example. The sandwich that Adam Sandler makes in Spanglish.
They do shoot that sandwich like it's porn.
Well, I don't care for fried eggs, but just looking at it, like, yep, I fucked that sandwich.
I won't eat it, but my dick's going between those buns.
Okay. Do you guys watch Landman? Billy Bob Thornton's in that show, and he's once again. This is a season 2. It's not really a spoiler, but it's definitely become a meme all of a sudden, just because Billy Bob's arguing with his wife, who's played by Ali Larter, and he sees He sees her omelet. It's like, I'm going to fuck that omelet. And she's like, you are not going to touch that fucking omelet. It's like, my dick is going inside that fucking omelet. So it went out for like a couple minutes. It's just like, now it's just one of those things like, yep, Billy Bob Thornton, he fucked that omelet.
See, whenever I was working at Walmart, we had a manager who, I won't name him, but he didn't get fired over it. But he was commingling with the associates, if you get what I'm saying. And I told him one day, because I was a department manager, I said, dude, if I threw a ham sandwich across this room, you'd fuck it twice before it hit the ground. You're going to lose your job if you don't quit. And he's like, I want to be mad, but that was good.
That is a good line.
Have you got yours yet? Because if you don't, I got one.
I have a couple. So one that jumps out to me is technically food in the context of the movie, and that is in Queen of the Damned, when there is like this vampire lovemaking sex scene that happens to Deftones' Change in the House of Flies, and then it does this weird like flash forward of all this violence going on, and apparently like they drink each other's blood, go into a frenzy, and then they slaughter like 1,500 people or something like that, just drinking their blood and eating. It's a wild scene. That's a cool one. Scary Movie 2, the scene where they're all sitting around having the dinner, and he takes the turkey and he's like stuffing the stuff, and he fucks the turkey, puts his dick in the turkey.
He fucked the turkey.
He fucks the turkey
With a strong hand.
With his strong hand. I have that on my lanyard. Take my strong hand.
No, my other hand's not strong enough. I feel like I had a bubble in my throat. I feel like I did his voice perfectly.
And the entirety of Jon Favreau's movie Chef.
I just watched that for the first time recently. Those look like some very good Cubanos. His grilled cheese sandwich with 8 different kinds of cheese.
Mm-hmm. Yes, so that movie makes me hungry as shit every time. And then I want to give a shout. This isn't a food, but it's a drink. But I've had them since because of the movie, and they're delicious. Shout out to the Big Lebowski for introducing me to White Russians.
Milk and alcohol go together way better than they have any right to be. I wish I could remember.
Yeah.
It was a dude I worked with at the shop. He found this dude who did TikTok short things where he would like mix two things together for a mixed drink that shouldn't work, and then rate it. And oddly enough, Jack Daniels in a glass of milk is way better than it has any right to be.
You got to drink it before it curdles, right?
Yeah.
No, that. Oh, is it curdle? I know Irish car bombs. You have to drink it quick, but before it curdles.
Don't order that in Ireland, though. Also, don't order a black and tan. You will piss them the fuck off.
Now, I know you guys are both familiar with cheap liquors. I used to know a dude, I might have told y'all this before, but he would do Irish car bomb style. That's where you drop the shot in the beer, right? He would take Steel Reserve, so malt beer.
Mm-hmm.
He'd fill a mug with it, and he'd drop in a shot of Skull vodka.
Oh.
And then you had to chug it. And let me tell you, son, you ain't had a hangover till you've put away, 10 of those in a night. Ugh. Awful.
I don't even know what the hell you call that because it ain't a Boilermaker.
No, you can call it like the devil's butthole.
Yeah. I like doing
God, I tried-
Boilermakers with Jack Daniels and the Sam Adams Oktoberfest, specifically the Jack Daniels Rye, or the Bob Evans, whatever the fucking number is.
That sounds much better.
Say Bob
Much
Evans?
better.
You mean
Did I
Evan
say-
Williams?
Evan Williams.
Bob.
You did say
is
Bob Evans.
What, was it Bob Evans down on the farm?
we dropping the turkey leg in this bitch. We're getting greasy up
All
in
right,
here.
from now on, I'm going to go in the liquor store. Like, hey, you got any of the Bob Evans whiskey? I need some bourbon.
Man, one of these days, I still haven't done it, but next time I want to go somewhere and be like, I'd like to purchase some of your finest beer, please. And then immediately get kicked out. You guys know what that's from, right?
That's super bad.
No. Shazam! The DCEU movie with Zachary Levi.
Oh, actual Shazam. Okay.
Never watched
Yeah.
it.
Okay, I got you.
You need to watch Shazam. You know my hatred for, well, not really hatred, but just my I just
General
don't care about
distaste.
general distaste of superhero movies. I love that movie. That movie's fantastic.
I've just never been into any of the DC stuff besides explicitly Batman.
You should watch Shazam. It's funny.
Moon Knight's cool. No, that's Marvel. Never mind. I like DC. Me and Willie were talking about somebody that came out in the Women's Royal Rumble was dressed in blue and gold, and Willie goes, "She looks like Booster Gold." And I went, "Oh my God, she does look like Booster Gold." So we were marking out about that. It was fun.
I guess I need to do my food scene in a movie, huh?
Yeah.
Have you thought of one yet?
All right. So I got two scenes, but one's not a movie. So you know how I like to cheat.
Of course.
And this one actually popped in my head when he was doing his Queen of the Damned scene.
Oh no.
So, in the Dark Tower series by Stephen King, there is a scene where she has to get back to Earth, our world, to a restaurant called the Dixie Pig, where it's a secret vampire hideout. And when she busts in, and by the way, she is a double amputee black woman from civil rights era Earth who has been hanging out in a parallel world that has experienced a post-apocalypse, and now she's a trained gunslinger. So, just some... Oh, yeah, and she had multiple personality syndrome beforehand, but she's better now. She gets to this place that is a secret vampire hideout, rolls in her wheelchair, and sits there staring at this massive feast the vampires have laid out, trying to figure out why the roast pork or the roast pig in the middle of the centerpiece looks so weird before it finally dawns on her that's a roasted baby. So there's a fun food scene that only really works in literature because,
No one wants to see that. They just want to read about it. They don't want to see that.
can't imagine why the Dark Tower movie didn't actually adapt any of the fucking books.
Lloyd Kaufman would have done it.
But movie scene. Robin Williams having a food fight with imaginary food with the lost boys in Neverland. And then all of a sudden there's this multicolored feast of sugary shit that doesn't exist. And I remember watching that scene as a kid going, I don't know what any of that is. It looks disgusting, but I want to try it. And I think all it was just piles and piles of whipped cream, essentially, with food coloring in it.
Oh, I guarantee that's all it was. But still, that drumstick that he ends up eating, it's like, man, that looks fabulous.
If you would allow me one more volley, I do want to give a shout out to Lady and the Tramp. That's just a classic, the spaghetti scene. But this comes from a TV show. Either of y'all ever watch Everybody Loves Raymond?
Of course.
Okay. So you may be familiar with what I'm going to bring up. They go to Italy for like a family trip. And they all end up like just bickering and fighting. And finally Ray's like, I got to go for a walk. So he goes and he just starts walking. And he starts to just take in the what's around him. The hundreds of years of history, how old all these buildings are. And he goes up and he just buys a slice of pizza. And he takes a bite of it, and he's like, oh, my God, this is like the best slice of pizza I've ever had. And, like, there's this whole epiphany about the trip and having his family there with him and all of that stuff. But it's like it's all coalesced around how good this pizza is. And then it's like he starts to transcend and see things for what they are because of how good this pizza was.
Well, it's funny, the same exact show. One of my favorites is the Thanksgiving episode where Marie has to be on a diet, so they end up making a tofu turkey. And at the end of the episode, like, the turkey is horrible, turkey with heavy quotations. And Ray ends up like ordering like a Thanksgiving catering dinner. And at the end of the episode, we catch Marie like eating that dinner, all the catered food, and then all of a sudden, Ray starts digging in, and then Frank shows up. It's just like, aha! So, Marie, I thought you were gonna be all tough for your diet. You gonna eat or just stand there? I'm in.
Yeah, I'm in, dude. R.I.P. Peter Boyle. He playing Frank. No one could have done Frank like Peter Boyle did. Like, that was so good.
I'll never forget the
Holy
reunion
crap.
episode they did after they ended the show, and just basically the only thing he said the whole time, because I think he died shortly after it, was just in the middle of the conversation, "Holy crap!"
Yeah, holy crap.
Biggest pop of the evening. Like, he said the line. He said the line.
It's like that's all he had to do. And everybody was like, yeah, Frank. Everybody loves Raymond.
Still, one of my favorite quotes that he says is, "What contest in hell did I win?"
There's an episode where Deborah and Robert are sitting at the table. And Deborah's just a bitching about Ray. And she goes, oh, but Robert, you're Raymond's brother. You don't want to hear me bitch and complain about Raymond, and you don't want to hear all this stuff about him. And Robert just stares at her for a second and goes, I'm sorry, I don't think we've met. My name is Robert Barone. It's just always cracked me up the sarcasm that he laced with in that, where he's just like, bitch, I will listen to you bitch about Ray all day. What are you talking about?
It was so weird the first time I heard him talk when he wasn't doing the low Robert voice. Because
it's weird.
It's disconcerting.
The first time I remember hearing his voice, once I realized it was him, was the Casper, because he was Fatso.
Fatso.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
I never fucking... As soon as you said that, I heard the voice in my head. I'm like, God damn it. He's right.
But once I put that together, it's like I've always heard that voice, that everybody loves Raymond. Yeah. And then the first time I heard him like speak normally, it's like the same with hearing Pat Morita, because obviously we all know him with the Mr. Miyagi voice, but then the first time you hear him like speak normally, it's just like, what the fuck?
Right.
You're breaking my childhood right now.
It's like that actor who played Robert. I can't think of his actual name, but he was in
Brad
that
Garrett.
commercial. Brad Garrett. The Jimmy's Johns. I hate Jimmy's Johns. And I'm like, oh man, yeah, And yeah, I remember now that he was Fatso, and like I loved Casper. I have that VHS still in a box in my garage. Like, what a good movie.
That's first movie I remember seeing in theaters.
Every time Casper comes up, my wife gives me shit because I made the mistake of telling her that I had a crush on Christina Ricci when I was a kid.
As a kid, you still don't?
No, I grew out of it. Black Stink Moan, I was like,
I get it. Not anymore.
Now I know.
Yeah, but I just reintroduced you with her with Speed Racer.
As amazing a movie as it was, it did not reignite a flame for Christina Ricci.
To full circle this moment, dude, I had a huge crush on Deborah from Everybody Loves Raymond when I first started watching that show. There was something about her that I dug, man. Her and Leah Remini in King of Queens. Damn. I like me a sitcom girl, though. I don't know why. They can make me laugh and they're pretty. I'm in.
Plus, you also know that they will put up with copious amounts of bullshit.
Yeah, and Leah Remini will put up with a fat, funny guy. I can do that. Oh, man. I love
Last food scene I'll talk about is the Burger King scene in the terminal with Tom Hanks. Because it is the only time you will see... Did you guys ever see the terminal?
I love that movie, but I don't remember a Burger King scene.
He is like trying to... He ends up getting a bunch of quarters by returning the luggage carts. Mm-hmm. And he ends up buying a salad, a large drink, a large fry, a pie, and a double Whopper for like $5-6 in quarters. It's just like, yeah, you can't buy that kind of that amount of food anymore with that much money.
No, dude.
But you look at that Whopper, it's like that is a beautiful looking thing.
The Terminal is on my short list of movies. That is such a good movie. I haven't seen it in years, and I would love to. But it used to be one that anytime I saw it come on, like Dish Network, back when I had that, I'd pop it on.
I've never actually got around to watching that one, but it has been on my get around to it list forever.
You need to.
I think you'd enjoy it.
It's a good one. It's him, Stanley Tucci, Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Catherine Zeta-Jones.
But yeah, food. Speaking of food.
He heard me. He knew I was getting ready to. We had way too normal a conversation. There was nothing random to pull out of my ass. Speaking of pulling things out of my ass, welcome to Dane and Jeff's Media Dump. I'm your host, Mr. L. Dane Puzzles Esquire, Mr. Puzzles 14 for shorter, and with me today, he's lean, he's mean, he'll turn your milk into gravy, Mr. Grumpy Jeff. Jeff, how you doing?
Hello, my sexy viewers.
Oh, and the poster child for remembering. That's why they call it dope. The steam machine himself, Dalton. Dalton, how's it going, man?
Hello there, ugly listeners.
Ugly ones need love too.
Yes.
And you got a real Garth Brooks on your hands. Oh, how you boys been?
Doing good, man. Doing good. Just been working a lot.
Yeah, me too.
But
I haven't worked a fucking day in almost 2 weeks.
oh, well, yeah. Well, you're dealing with the storm of the century up there. Well, Jeff, you're probably getting some of it up there too, aren't you?
Not really.
No?
Even when everyone was getting hit with snow, I mean, apparently even the northern part of Florida was hit with snow.
Yeah, we got flurries in my area.
I mean, I didn't post pictures, but I definitely I've taken pictures. It's like, yeah, there's just like a nice, gentle dusting of snow on my car. It really wasn't bad. Everyone east of me just got hit hard.
Well, see, we were in that range where they were yelling snowpocalypse, snowpocalypse. It's going to be 12 inches of snow. And then the day before it hit, they're like, no, it's probably not going to be snow. It's going to be ice. And then it didn't start. And it finally started sleeting a little bit. And I'm like, it ain't going to do any fucking thing. I got up the next day and we had a 2-inch solid sheet of ice over everything.
Damn.
And I worked with a damn Matic, get a channel chiseled out so that I can back my car up. And then it dumped 6 inches of snow on top of us. And I just finally got dug the fuck out and left my driveway for the first time since the shit hit. Friday Not this past week, but the week before.
Damn.
You ought to invent, not that it would do a lot of good if it dropped 6 inches of snow on top of all of them, but get a bunch of little, like, heaters that you can set by the driveway that'll just melt that shit away.
Well, here's the real problem. My driveway is like almost a quarter mile straight uphill.
Oh.
So even when I got out, I only managed to chisel out enough to be able to back out, turn around, and then I drove up my driveway on top of the ice. But I had to go out and shovel the whole length of it to get all the snow off the top of the ice. And then I drove on top of the ice.
Fucking A, man.
Damn.
That's
So-
harsh.
It sucks. And my wife gets stir crazy really easy. She does not like staying at the house. I'm amazed I survived. Because I'm perfectly content, staring at the same four walls all damn day.
Yeah. Yeah, me too.
Me too, but I do have a limit. It's like after a week, it's like, okay, I'm a little stir crazy. Maybe I'll go to a Burlington or something.
But
what a pick.
we've been eating out of the freezer where we weren't able to get out and get groceries, and we thought that it wouldn't last as long as it has. So I busted out a brisket and made barbecue the other night. And my daughter refused. She's like, "No, I don't want it. It sounds weird. It sounds weird." And I just crammed it in her mouth. And now she has a new favorite food.
Yeah. My dad did that to me when I was a kid with stuffed shells. I didn't want it because it had onion in it. And he's like, "Will you please just try it?" Apparently I cried and threw a fit, and then I tried it and was like, "Oh, actually, this is delicious. Yes, I'll take some."
Wait, what was this? I'm sorry.
Stuffed shells, which is just good, man. But that good brisket, see, I've cooked a brisket flat and a brisket point separately, and both of them came out dry. So when I get my new smoker in, one of the things I want to try is a brisket. But then it's like, do I want to drop $120 on a big-ass brisket that I might fuck up? Although I did learn that if you fuck up a brisket and it comes out dry, cube it up and throw it in chili and use it as your chili meat. And the tomatoes and stuff in the chili will soften the meat up and make it less tough.
See, I was lazy as shit with it. I just chucked it into the damn crock pot and cooked it through. Drained it, chopped it up, and then sauced it.
I bet that was hella good too.
It just fell apart.
See, this is stuff I want to be able to learn, but I don't have a fucking grill. Or I do have a grill, but it's a piece of shit electric grill that takes 2 hours to cook shish kebabs.
But you could get a crock pot.
Oh, I
do
got
it
one, but
Dane's
it's in
way.
storage.
Well, get that fucker out of storage, Jeff.
I'm not going to get that thing out of storage because I don't know where it is in my storage.
Then get another one and chalk it up to its loss to the storage gods.
See,
Man.
the top shelf of our utensils cabinet, where we keep all of the little food processor shit, I've got 3 fucking crock pots lined up across that, where they just kept winding up at my house from people gifting them to us when we first moved. I don't know why the fuck they thought we needed that many damn crock pots.
Apparently, they thought you were going to be making a lot of, or having a lot of parties.
Well, at the time, our church did a weekly potluck after services every week. So yeah, we'd fix stuff and then towed it an hour south to Statesville where we actually went to church, plug it up, and so we always used it, but we were only using one at a time.
I love a crock pot. They're one of the best ways to cook because you can just set it and forget it. It's great.
That old commercial in the 90s. Set it and forget it.
Forget it.
Don't ask me what that thing was called. I don't remember. I just remember you were able to roast a whole turkey in that thing.
Oh,
I know what you're talking about. The rotisserie thing.
Yeah.
My
Was that-
grandparents had one.
was the infrared thing?
No, I don't think it was infrared.
I remember that there was one that was like that cooked infrared, and that was their big selling point. We actually had one of those for a while. Oh, what the fuck?
Infrared cooking just seems weird to me.
Yeah, okay, I guess it was. It was the Ronco Showtime Rotisserie. I don't remember it being called that, even though I watched that infomercial endlessly, just because it's like, hey, food.
Was that the
Food.
90s air fryer?
Basically.
It might have been an air fryer, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much right. It's pretty much the same thing. Just marketed it differently over the years.
All an air fryer is a high-powered convection oven. I mean, it's a convection toaster oven that blows really hard.
Hell yeah, it blows.
The air fryer's gone from suck to blow.
Don't fuck it.
Yeah, don't fuck your air fryer, kids.
Don't. No penis.
You can fuck your omelet, though. Or your wife's omelet.
God, that makes
That's
me
fine.
think- The first time I saw Bob Saget do stand-up, he looked at the dude and he goes, "Hey, man, you look like you would fuck a goat. Don't fuck goats, man. I'm just saying. You look like you'd fuck a goat, and they fucking eat tin cans and shit. They will bite your dick and balls right off. Don't fuck goats, you little goat fucker." And I was like, "Oh, this is way different than Full House. Way different."
And then we see Rob Schneider and the animal try to fuck a goat.
Rob Schneider is a carrot.
I think there was one where they, like, in that bit, made him the stapler or some shit.
Yeah, Rob Schneider is a stapler. Oh my god, I'm a stapler.
Which I always thought was hilarious because the Angry Beavers had a luchador named El Grapadora, which I'm pretty sure is Spanish for the stapler.
Yeah, then the final bit in that is that Rob Schneider herp derp 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 herp derp herp derp. It just goes through the whole thing and they don't actually ever say anything. Funny Spanish though, there's an episode with Butters where he goes to Mexico and everyone in Mexico starts like worshiping him as this idol type thing, but they call him Montequilla. Montequilla is Spanish for butter. So they're calling him Butters just in Spanish.
I love the moment
Did I
on
see
Jeff's
this
face
episode?
as he's like, "Fuck, we're talking about South Park again." God damn.
No, I'm trying to think. It's just like, did I watch this episode? Because I think I vaguely remember Butters being worshipped.
See, I think I remember an episode where I think they went to Mexico or somewhere in South America or something because there were.
You see, the thing is, I'm fine with watching South Park. I'm just not going to watch those 5 episodes just to piss off Mick. Why? For spite.
Dude, imagine we do a whole series. We watch like all 20-something season. We just skip the 5 he wants you to watch. Oh, no, some ultimate troll shit right there.
That would be a bridge even, I think, too far for Jeff's levels of spat.
I mean, there's a few episodes I wouldn't mind watching. Like, I enjoy the anime episode and the
so funny.
the World of Warcraft episode.
Yeah.
Which I just recently saw a clip of that on YouTube, where it's just like, it's like, Kyle, you got the cape of power. Yeah, give it to Kenny. I think it'll definitely help.
He needs the +3 evasion.
Yeah, just all that. It's just like, guys, what are you gonna do about food? It's like, no problem. Ma, we need some hot pockets. Okay, sweetums.
Mom,
Okay,
bathroom.
So it's just like, yeah, I wasn't part of that culture, but I know people who were part of that culture, and it's just like, yeah, pretty accurate.
Yeah, people took their MMOs seriously back in the day. Yeah, there's a few South Park things I'd like. I think the movie would be fun to do. Bigger, longer, and uncut. I think Team America would also be a great movie that they did that would be funny to watch now.
So, question on the South Park movie. How long before you realized it was a penis joke?
Just now. Bigger, longer, and uncut. Yeah. You know what? I should have realized that because of the fractured butthole. I should have realized that. Because in the game, I watched a thing about it where they're like, in the game, they call it like, you fracture your butthole. That's what happens. And they couldn't call the game the fractured butthole. So they said, okay, it's the fractured butt and then WHOLE. They're fractured butthole. Like, because the teams, and then the company's like, okay, yeah, we can do that. And they were like, score.
You're always talking about that. It's like the fractured butthole. It's like, well, that's an interesting name. Then I actually saw the title. It's just like, ha!
Yeah.
Well done.
It is that's a funny game too. There's some funny shit. I know Adam was saying that he's gonna try to acquire the American versions because, unfortunately, in Australia and other parts of the world, there are parts of the Stick of Truth and the Fractured Butthole that they just get a splash screen that it just describes to them what happens because their countries won't allow that shit in the game.
Adam, move out of Australia. Come be our neighbor.
The one that jumps out to me is
hey,
Come to the good
Adam,
hemisphere.
Adam, would you be my neighbor?
Will you
Not
be
all the snakes
my
are
neighbor?
poisonous here.
Not every animal will try to kill you. We don't have kangaroos that can square up. You ain't got to duke it out with them.
You don't have to worry about the dingoes eating your baby.
You know, I knew that everything in Australia would try and was capable of killing you, but I didn't realize how intense it was until I was describing my daughter marveling at me just picking up a snake and chucking it off in the woods with my bare hands. And then he told me about how all the nope ropes in Australia are venomous. I'm like, what the fuck? Because, around here, if it has a slitted eye, it's venomous. If it's got a round eye, you're safe except for one. That's all I got to worry about. If I can see its eyes and they're round, I'm fine.
Yeah, see, here, where I'm at, there's a couple things. If it's a snake near water, just don't fuck with it. It's probably a moccasin. If you hear it rattling, don't fuck with it. It's a rattlesnake. And then there's the king snakes and the coral snakes. And what is it? Red on black, okay, Jack. Red on yellow, you're a dead fellow, or something like that. I apologize to king snakes, but if you look like a coral snake, you're getting the shovel, because I am not taking the chance of my dog getting bit by a venomous snake.
Yeah, the coral snake is the one that'll trip you up because it has round pupils.
Yeah, they're pretty. And that's the thing with nature. A lot of things that will really fuck you up are beautiful. Look at those, what are they, poison dart frogs? They are the prettiest frog. Mm-hmm. And they will fuck you up.
Yeah, don't lick the poison dart frogs.
No, do not.
But every now and then you'll find a rattler here, but it's mostly copperheads.
Ah, okay, even better. It's like, the stingray. What an elegant look at that. Oh my God, it just stabbed me through the heart.
Jesus Christ, too soon, Jeff.
It's been 20 years.
Too soon.
Has it been 20 years? Mr. Irwin, when did you die?
You know, it is bullshit.
It was like
of all the things that he fucked with, a stingray was what took him out.
Yeah. One of the greatest things I ever saw.
20 years this year. September.
2006?
Yeah.
Brutal. So I got on a kick of watching his stuff. I found a bunch of old Crocodile Hunter on YouTube, like first, second season Crocodile Hunter. And there was an episode where he was going through and he was like, this is the American alligator. You know, they're relatively docile. And he walks up to him and he's like touching it and stuff. And then he's like, this is a crocodile. You know, they're not as, then he goes up and he touches the croc and it kind of moves a little bit. And he's like, but you want to be wary of them. and then he goes into another pit and he just peers around this bush and he goes, look over there. That's the caiman. If I go anywhere near her, she'll kill me.
I'm going to go touch it.
He's like, she recently laid eggs and she's very territorial and they're already one of the most aggressive species.
That's why I like that Gabriel Iglesias joke. It's like, look over there. It's an Al-Qaeda. I'm going to poke it with a stick.
I'm going to poke it with a stick. Oh, man.
You know, his wife and kids are doing a new show, the Irwins.
Are they?
Yeah.
Well,
his son looks just like him.
His daughter's
Robert.
Like, I see her and him post stuff online all the time. Like, so I'm glad to see that they picked up where he left off.
Mm-hmm. I was so happy that his son got to do a cameo on an episode of Bluey.
Did he? Oh, that's cool.
I saw that. I saw the Irwin surname pop up in the credits. I'm like, what?
Who was it?
I think he plays like a store clerk. It's just like a one-off episode.
I never saw the Crocodile Hunter movie. I ought to watch that sometime. I'm sure it's not great, but I'm sure it's also fantastic.
I forgot there was a movie.
Was it an actual movie, or is it just like a hour-and-a-half long documentary?
No. I think it was a movie.
It was Collision Course, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think that was the name of it. A Crocodile Hunter Collision Course. That sounds right.
We need to watch Kangaroo Jack. No, we don't.
Oh, man, that movie.
Fuck that movie. With the stolen dick.
Saw it in theaters with my grandma.
That was such false advertising. Whoever made the trailer for that movie can burn in hell.
Hey, you know what though? I wonder how many kids went and saw it. I mean, the advertising did what it meant to do. It was just shitty the way they went about it. Poor Anthony Anderson.
That didn't kill his career.
No, but to be in that and then have that tarnish, being like, oh yeah, they marketed this movie as something it wasn't.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's just like, yeah, I got a paycheck. It passed. Or it cashed. That's all I care about.
This is true too. Oh man, so Dane, I know you've been playing a somewhat strategy game, and I'm interested in hearing about it. But last night I picked up Endless Space 1 and 2. So I've played Endless Legend, and these are 4X games. So think like Civilization, like those style of games. And Endless Space seems really cool so far, man. It's like, you're going between these star systems and galaxies, and you're, you'll create your settler ships that'll go and they'll populate a planet, and you can start, trying to grow a civilization on the planets and build up your resources and stuff like that. And I've met other civilizations and things. It's really cool. And then Endless Legend is like, I think the same races, or there's some races that are the same, but it's like what's actually happening on the planet, or one specific planet itself. So I think it's really, there's like a lot of lore behind them. So I'm really interested in diving more into them. But I know I also picked up a little game called Dwarf Fortress that I picked it up because you've been talking about it, and it's been on my, I'm going to get that game sometime, and I'm going to get RimWorld one day, and I'm going to mess with them. And RimWorld, not nearly as cheap as Dwarf Fortress was at the moment, so I went ahead and got Dwarf Fortress.
RimWorld's a lot more micromanagey too.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of cool like role play stories and stuff from RimWorld. But I've heard a lot of just ridiculous stories in general from Dwarf Fortress.
Yeah, so the deal with me and Dwarf Fortress. I remember watching the No Clip documentary about it, thinking it was really interesting, that put it on my radar originally. But the thing that really sold it was the Down the Rabbit Hole episode on YouTube that I watched about the settlement Boat Murdered.
I haven't seen this one.
Do what?
I haven't seen this Down the Rabbit Hole. I like that series, but I haven't seen that one.
All right. The gist of it was back in the days of the Something Awful forums, they would like start up a game of Dwarf Fortress and then play it for an in-game year and pass the save file off to someone else. So they were taking turns being the overseer.
Okay, and that was before the Dwarf Fortress the way it is now. Like before.
Yeah, this was back when it was just the ASCII game.
Yeah, okay.
And the enormous clusterfuck that was the fate of Boat Murdered became internet legend, to the point that there are references in the Steam release of Dwarf Fortress to Boat Murdered. I think they named one of the tracks after Boat Murdered in honor.
That's amazing.
Because like very quickly they start RPing their role as the overseer and all the different shit that's going on. But my wife was on me like, it's your birthday. I need to get you something for your birthday. What do you want for your birthday? For a week. And I kept telling her, look, you got me this awesome wall art that has Hulk Hogan on it. I don't need anything else. And she, no, you need something on your birthday. And the day before my birthday, Dwarf Fortress went on sale. I'm like, fine, you want to get me something? Get me Dwarf Fortress. And I've done 3 fortresses so far. The first one, I accidentally skipped the tutorial. And I'm like, fuck it, I'll wing it. Dwarves like mountains, right? Stick them in the mountains. There are no fields. There are no trees. There is no water source. Everything will be fine. I have them carved into a mountainside. I've got enough time to like set up my stockpile. I've got a still because I know that the dwarves need lots and lots of booze. I'm like, all right, let's start making some shit. I wonder if I should put some doors on this thing. And right around the time that I'm trying to figure out how to make a door, because it dawns on me I've got an open cavern, a horde of goblins just rush in, kill everybody, and imp off. I didn't make it a year.
Womp womp.
So spin up a new one. This time I actually go through the tutorial, let it teach me some of the basics. And that one is still running. I've actually got, I think, 10 years of no destruction to the fortress. But I have, in fact, had 3 run-ins with vampires. They sneak in with the immigrants. So I have established my own department of ice to weed those out. Dice, I call it. Dwarven ice. But yeah, they kept coming in and drinking the kids' blood. It was specifically the kids that they kept draining. Like, this is some QAnon bullshit. So I finally get the vampire problem taken care of. Now I've got 4 ghosts haunting the fort because a cyclops walked through and just fucked up all of the farmers and fishermen that I had on the surface. And whenever I saved earlier to start recording, I was being assaulted by a were-chinchilla.
I love it. I love it, dude. When you started up your game, what did you do for generation? Did you let it do the max? Because I went to the 500 and it took a fucking long time.
I was running it on my laptop, and the second one I did, I told it to do a 500-year history, and it bogged down so hard once it hit 150 that I just stopped it at 200. You can pause it to like free up the resources if you got to do something else on the computer, and then you can either tell it to continue or stop. And I just told it to stop at 200.
Yeah. So I set mine to start generating last night before I went to sleep, and then I went to bed. And when I woke up today and I opened it and looked, it had, you know, where it tells you like how many events have happened or whatever. 1.5 million. I was like, holy shit, it did a lot of work while I was asleep. What the fuck? So apparently my world's got a lot of history to it, and I don't know any of it.
Now, I have heard of people generating worlds on Dwarf Fortress and using that as like the setting for a D&D game, because you've just got a pre-made history and a map.
That's brilliant. That's not a bad idea at all.
Don't have to think of names, you just have to read it.
Yeah. Jeff, I'm curious how you would do in Dwarf Fortress.
Don't know. Probably not going to play it.
I don't think it's your style of game at all, but
No.
I think you would be more into the game I was talking about, Endless Space. I think you might like Endless Space.
You say that, but I wasn't really even big into Civilization.
Yeah, but this is Civilization, but it's space.
They made that. Wasn't it Alpha Centauri?
Okay, I mean, yeah, if you want to play a game from, like, what, 1990?
Doesn't everyone want to play a game from 1990?
I mean, I do, but not everybody.
I play 90s games all the time.
We call them bitches.
Maybe you can 90s nuts.
Speaking of 90s, we watched a 90s movie.
Segue.
Segu!
We didn't get called out, so this week for Haha Dalton found an error. No errors, because either y'all didn't call us on it or we didn't catch it ourselves, so too late now.
We caught our mistakes because we're professionals, damn it.
Bob Evans whiskey.
It's my favorite kind.
So I guess that will segue us on into the episode proper. So the mandatory internet article blurb, courtesy of themoviedb.org. Twister 1996. An unprecedented series of violent tornadoes is sweeping across Oklahoma. This movie was set in Oklahoma? Tornado chasers headed by Dr. Joe Harding attempt to release a groundbreaking device that will allow them to track them and create a more advanced warning system. They are joined by Joe's soon-to-be ex-husband Bill, a former tornado chaser himself, and his girlfriend Melissa. Wow, downplayed the fiance a bit there.
I got thoughts on that lady.
It says unprecedented. You know how I said earlier that the most tornadoes in one day I've ever recorded was like 160?
Yes.
I was wrong. It's approximately between 211 and 226 in 2011.
God damn. That's a lot, dude.
So the fact that they were able to come across 5 tornadoes in one day, good for them.
Well, I mean, they were all within driving distance of one another.
Hey, Oklahoma is a semi-big state. I say that because I don't know how big Oklahoma is.
Isn't that one of the big squarish ones?
No,
With a,
Oklahoma looks like a pot.
Yeah, it's got the I don't want. It's got the straight dangler. It's straight, though it doesn't dangle. It's a handle. Literally, it's a pot.
It looks like a pot.
Look, I'm American. My knowledge of geography is I know that you can make Texas with your hand. I know Florida's a dong. The Mississippi River looks like a gnome. And Canada is broken into British Columbia and hockey, I'm pretty sure.
No. Apparently the number one sport in Canada, I guess, is lacrosse.
No, I mean, like, that's just the name of the province is hockey.
Hockey, okay. The rest is lacrosse.
Well, Jeff, this was your pick, so I guess time to answer for your crimes. Why did you do this movie? Why did you do this?
Two reasons. Number one, Bill Paxton.
Our boy.
Number two, my boy. Number two, Philip Seymour Hoffman. Actually, there's a third reason. Do you know what the third reason is? Food.
I thought you were going to be like, I picked this movie for two reasons, and they were both in Helen Hunt's tank top.
Hell yeah.
Which I said in the chat.
Jamie Gertz looks pretty great as well. There's a scene you see her running.
This is true. But I said in the chat, I was like, Helen Hunt can get it. There's something I've always found super attractive about her.
Have you seen her now, though?
I haven't.
It's like she said. I'm sorry.
Is it a surgery situation?
I don't know. It does have that look to her.
Jeff doesn't like old chicks.
Hey, man.
Oh, no. Okay, it's just her top lip disappeared. I see.
But yeah, this and As Good as It Gets, I think, is the best Helen Hunt has ever looked. But yeah, the reason I just picked this movie just because it's fan-fucking-tastic. It's fun, unlike that depressing movie you made us watch last time.
It was a stark change. Dane, earlier when you left for a minute, I said to Jeff, I said, this movie was a stark difference from, like, Mystic River, super serious, like Oscar bait, really intense story, to just Philip Seymour Hoffman. It's called The Suck Zone, right?
Hey, man, this movie's got some nominations for Best Visual Effects and Sound.
Well, it was done by Industrial Light and Magic, so.
Well, let me tell you, I had a howling good time watching some of the special effects now.
That fucking cow.
Like, the cow, there's a scene with a shoe that flies by where it's like the shoe is obvious. It's like, it reminded me of Event Horizon, right? The thing's floating in suspension. It was like the shoe. When the truck gets picked up later on, it gets thrown down and explodes, and it looks like the explosion happened in like Windows Movie Maker from the 90s. Like, that picture I posted, and out of context, I could have made that explosion happen in that picture.
Yeah, that explosion did have nostalgia critic vibes.
Yeah.
It's kind of like almost identical to the explosions he uses.
But I realized about when it got to the cow scene, I had never seen this, but I had seen the cow scene just through cultural osmosis and it being in things.
Because it's probably a very popular GIF.
Yeah.
Just type in cow. It's just like one of the top choices.
Another cow.
Actually, I think that's the same one.
But I need you to know, this movie almost lost me within the first 5 minutes. Okay? The storm's happening. They're freaking out in the house. They're like, oh, we got to go to the storm cellar. And the little girl's shouting for the dog. And they all run out. And it's like the mom is running, holding the kid, and the dad's like dragging the mom along. And they're just leaving the dog behind. And I'm like, grab the fucking dog. You literally have an open hand. You're not doing anything. The lady's carrying the kid. Even if she wasn't carrying the kid, then the fat ass woman could at least carry something. And it could be the fucking dog. Like, get the fucking dog. And when they finally when the dog comes running to the storm shelter, I said, dude, if that guy does not open that door and let that dog in, I'm done with this movie. Like, fuck off. That little girl wants her dog. Let the dog in. And he did.
Hey, this isn't John Wick.
But it could have been.
Jan de Bont doesn't kill dogs.
But he let the dog in. I didn't even care when the door got ripped off and the dude got pulled away like he was in an episode of Bill Nye and they were shrinking Bill Nye and making him go. But I was like, let the dog in, man. And then coercively later in the movie, when they get the lady out of the house, I said, get the fucking dog. And she was like, get my dog. And he's like, okay, I'll go get the dog. And I went, damn straight you will. Motherfucker, go get the dog.
And then, like, he's barely got his ass back on solid ground and the house collapses behind him.
Yeah. And I'm like, see, that's why you needed to get the dog.
Perfect time.
Luckily, over the sound of falling rubble, no one could hear him shit himself.
Unlike, mic'd meetings with the public and reporters, but that's another story. Anyway, dude, the house scene, way that thing.
You gotta be more specific.
No, I know the one we're speaking of, where they get out at the end when he gets the dog out and then it implodes. I was like, for him to just sit down and then have the dog sit, and then the house just goes like, boom, 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 and they're just chilling. I was like, what a well-trained dog, because to have the set do that, it probably made a really loud noise. That dog didn't flinch. Kudos to old Airbud.
Or it could just been a green screen.
That too. It could have been. I don't know what technology was at in 96.
Probably a miniature. Superimposed.
They used miniatures.
I do have one other scene that jumps out to me, and then we can get into the meat of the matter. But I need to know if you guys caught this. When they're driving and the house falls in front of them during one of the tornadoes, and they drive through the house.
Which is a fun scene.
It is a great scene. Did it seem like they drove through more rooms than that house probably had?
Well, it also doesn't help the fact that it's like they're driving up the stairs through a perfectly level bathroom. It's like the house is on its side. How could they be driving through a perfectly level bathroom, up the stairs?
Up the stairs. Dude, there was like, they went through like 5 rooms, and then they showed the outside of the house, and I was like, dude, there were like 3 bedrooms wide, tops. Like, how did it keep spinning while they were in there? Was it like one of those tunnels you go through and it throws off your shit?
Well, the film makes it seem like they go straight through from one side to the other. What they did was they cut out all of the places where he's rounding tight corners.
Guys, they just wanted to show how beastly the new Dodge Ram was. That's what this movie was. That's what this movie was. It was a 2-hour commercial for the new Dodge Ram, which you look at the sales for this and the following year, it worked because the sales pretty much tripled.
It's a new truck, yeah.
Especially one with the new V10. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, brother.
I do love that truck. That's one of my favorite movie vehicles.
It is a sweet ass truck. I would be happy with a truck like that.
Wasn't Mike Rowe their spokesman for a while? Or was that a different truck?
I think he was for Chevy.
Was Mike Rowe, is that the Dirty Jobs guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just remember him narrating
Chevy.
a lot of truck commercials. I couldn't remember if it was the Ram or something different. I don't think it was a Ford.
Was it Sam Elliott?
Sam Elliott.
Go ahead.
I know
talking.
Ritz has a line where he says, got him bust him in the club like point blank bam, like a fat couple fucking in a Dodge Ram. It just always makes me laugh. It's also, Dane, you'll appreciate this. In that song, he says, later on, might take a hoe to see Twilight. By la messer, I be getting high cutting lines on a dresser. Get a bitch high and undress her. Have her in the bed screaming OMG like a message when I text her. Yes, sir. And he says, ain't nobody fresher. I'm the next big thing. Homie got me wrapped around the neck. We swing. Homie want to come and try to test me. Ding, ding. Swinging on him like I'm in the wrestling ring. Kill that motherfucker like I'm Chris Benoit. You don't want to fuck. He goes, kill that motherfucker like I'm Chris Benoit. You don't really want to fuck a Rich Benoit. And I'm just like, every time I heard that, I'm always like, oh my God. What a line to drop, dude.
It's like saying simultaneously, I'm your dad and I'm going to kill you.
Yeah. Fuck's sake.
Still not as bad as my Owen Hart joke the other week, though.
I was right. Sam Elliott did narrate Dodge commercials.
Sam Elliott. I drive a Dodge Ram.
The dude abides.
I always feel like they were spoofing that in that ICP song where they have the chili thing, and he's like, I like my chili hot. I like my chili so goddamn hot you can cook a hog's ass in a spoonful. And they just start going on about this chili, but it's like the Sam Elliott voice. And it's just, oh, it's so good.
Sam Elliott is in season 2 of Landman. He's fantastic.
I remember seeing Sam Elliott one time, and he didn't have his mustache, and I didn't know who he was.
There's a
Kinda
movie I
Wilford
saw. It's like it's not a recent movie. I think within the last 10 years, it was him and I believe Helen Mirren or something like that. It's just like he had no mustache. I was just like, you're not Sam Elliott.
Yeah, right? Exactly. Thank you. So you know what I mean. When I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? That's Wilford Brimley? So you take away his mustache, suddenly he's not an old walrus anymore. He's just an old man.
So you're saying if he would have said diabetes, you would have been like, even
Dude,
without
if
the
he'd
mustache.
have been like, I can't have the thing in me. I have diabetes. I'd have been like, oh yeah, that's fucking. I didn't right away.
Check your blood sugar. Check it often.
Check it often. Hello there, folks. I'm Wilford Brimley. I have diabetes. Dude, they just don't make commercials like they used to. I know it's a weird thing to say, but like they really don't.
It's still one of my favorite gifs where it's what diabetes intensifies, and it's just a shaking picture of Wilford Brimley.
Presumably after eating an entire gallon of ice cream.
Was it Family Guy who did the thing about Wilford Brimley? It was like, I'm Wilford Brimley and I have diabetes. Last week I ate a tub of ice cream and passed out, and he goes, I woke up and punched my wife. My wife's been dead for 20 years. Who the hell did I hit? Oh, it's so good. That's why I beat my children with a bag of Valencia oranges. Doesn't leave a bruise, but it gets the point across. Anyways, Twister, I'm sorry.
We're all about tangents.
First scene definitely feels like, it's like, oh, okay, you're trying to set the tone. It's just like, no, we're just getting the serious shit out of the way. Now it's time for some fun.
Fun fact, that cellar was the same cellar that was used in Mystic River.
Oh, no. Poor Tim Robbins.
Oh, God, that's what you mean. I got you now. I was sitting here and I'm thinking, well, no, because the girl's body was found in that zoo bear thing. Well, I guess they could have
Damn
been
it,
like,
Dalton.
and then I'm like, oh.
Get your mind in the gutter.
I get you now. Oh, man. Now, something that I questioned, Helen Hunt's character kept seeing a family throughout the whole thing.
Yes.
Was she hallucinating that until the very end? Because that was like the family that lived on the farm that they were at. That's who came out of the cellar.
She was traumatized, and she was hallucinating herself with
That's
her
what I thought.
family.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Because there was a couple times that she would just look and see what to me looked like the family from the beginning of the movie, and then that okay. Yeah, I mean, I can imagine that would be traumatizing.
Well, that's why she's obsessed now, and that's why it leads to one of my. It's supposed to be a serious scene, but it's just like, Bill Paxton, you're just wonderful. Jesus Christ, Joe, is that what you think it did?
Yeah.
See, honestly, for the whole movie, I just kept feeling so bad for his fiance, Melissa. She exists for one reason and one reason only. She is for exposition to the audience. They never had a hope of getting hitched.
No. I found her insufferable.
She can be insufferable at times, but that's just. I don't blame her really, just because of the fact that it's like this isn't the. Obviously, she knew Bill had a past of storm chasing. She just didn't realize it was to this extreme.
I love the line near the end or near the middle where she's like, "You told me you chased tornadoes. I always thought it was a metaphor."
I thought you were just a heroin addict like a normal person.
I do love the face that Bill makes. He just like kind of rolls his eyes. It's just like, "I'm sorry, honey." It's just like, even he's just like, "You are annoying."
Dude, the end. What baffled me, like they're trying to get married. In the end, she's like, "I'm leaving." And he's like, "Okay, honey, I'll see you back at the hotel." She's like, "I won't be there." And he's like, "What are you saying? What are you telling me?" And she's like, "We both know this wouldn't have worked out anyway, and we would have split eventually." And I'm like, "What the fuck? Why are you trying to get married then?"
I don't even feel upset. I'm like, what the
Yeah, exactly.
I find it fun. Okay, so the fact is that this movie takes place over the course of a day. But all the events that happen, it's like, okay, this seems like this is days or weeks of events that led her up to this moment. But no, realistically, it's only been like 12 to 18 hours, and she went from like, "I'm madly in love with you. I'm ready to get married. I'm here to say goodbye." Yeah, it's just like, what?
We knew it wasn't going to work out. You're like,
I do. One thing I do appreciate, she has a terrible accent. Her and Carrie Elwes, their accents are beautiful.
Who is the bad guy?
Carrie Elwes.
Carrie Elwes.
He is an Englishman, and he's like, "Unrealized idea, unrealized."
Dude, he sounded like he was trying to be like Clint Eastwood from a Western movie or something. Like, "Howdy there, partners. I'm Cowboy here, and I'm gonna chase this here tornado, and I'm gonna get on my horse and ride it. That's what we're gonna do."
I'm John Wayne.
John Wayne, thank you. Not Clint Eastwood. That's who I meant. John Wayne. Yeah.
And I'm John Wayne, and these tornadoes, they're pilgrims.
Now, if he would have been like, "Yes, I flew over here, and I'm here to chase the tornado," I'd have been like, "Gotcha, Bond villain style. I dig it." But whatever accent he was doing, it was like, "I'm a cowboy. And there's cowboy things, and we're going to chase this tornado here."
I'm an Englishman, and I'm pretending to be like, how Oklahomans sound.
It's like, I guess I just live around so many Southern people that I can pick out that is a bad Southern accent.
And that's why it's beautiful.
The biggest tell to me has always been the way they say the word bye.
I'm coming to say goodbye.
If you hear the bye, where they really get that hard I sound in there, no, you're doing a fake accent.
Yeah. A lot of people down here, "All right, now bye." Bye. It's like BAH. Bye.
Yeah. Bye.
But oddly enough,
right,
British actors have a tendency to be better at doing a fake Southern accent. I don't know why. Like the dude from Walking Dead, Rick. First time I heard him talk in an interview and found out he is British.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I would have
And
guessed.
the dude that finds him and helps him up, and then I can't remember the actor's name, but the black guy who ends up having to decide whether or not to snipe his zombified wife to save his son, and botches it, and gets a leading role in the Walking Dead spinoff. Also a British actor. I don't know what it is about Brits, but they do a good Southern accent.
I've always said that like Australian reminds me of like redneck British, like how Southern is just like
because they are
English with a Southern accent is Australian.
Literally, they are the most Southern Brits.
And like Midwestern British is New Zealand. New Zealand.
Well, when Big Dick Brandon was in the Marine Corps, he had to go to Iraq, and he was learning Iraqi Arabic, and he came up and said it is so weird trying to learn their particular dialect because they are essentially the Alabama of the Middle East. And it's like everything that tells you all you need to know, accent-wise.
Roll Tide.
So they fuck their cousins.
I don't know, maybe. I always thought West Virginia was the one that was most known for inbreeding.
Mountain Mama.
Just one movie franchise.
Well, I mean, there's like, what, The Hills Have Eyes, I think.
Well, I was thinking of a Wrong Turn.
Well, there we go. We all just mentioned different movies. So there you go. Point proven, sir.
Fun fact: Big Dick Brandon's from West Virginia.
I love it. I did
3 guesses what we made fun of him in school for.
probably not as big dick.
No, that was just his final trump card.
Hey, I had a friend who had 9 toes, but yeah, he had a huge hog. So he used to say that God took his other part of his foot and stuffed it in his wiener. I had this conversation with my dad earlier. I really, really like the scene where they finally get Dorothy to lift off. Now, I'm going to have one of you guys kind of explain to me what the fuck Dorothy is, because they talked about it, but I didn't quite grasp, other than it was a bunch of sensors in a big tin can.
It's a barrel full of balls.
Okay,
Yes.
well then there, I wasn't far off then. Okay. The scene where they finally got it to work and all the sensors, and then it showed Philip Seymour Hoffman's computer screen, and just the way that did it with all the sensors that showed up, and then it kind of spiraled up and was doing its thing. I really liked the animation of that. I thought that was good for the time. I thought that looked really cool. And just the fact that they finally got it up, that was a good moment in the movie too, because they were so happy, and it was like, they need to weigh it down. Oh, how to weigh it down? We'll just leave it in the fucking truck.
Well, and also to help the sensors lift off, they made little like
Propeller things.
propellers from soda cans. So that's where you get your Pepsi advertisement.
Which I had to send you guys the clip. All of the stuff in this movie, maybe, and then I saw the clip from Wayne's World with the product placement and stuff. It's so funny how you can catch those old movies that do that. Wayne's World just did it purposely. But yeah, I was wondering why they cut all the cans up. Like, I don't know if I had just looked down at my phone while they were explaining why they were doing that, but
It's just to help the sensors fly. Literally, that's it.
'cause I'm thinking, if they're trying to weigh it down, cut up aluminum cans, not going to add a lot of weight.
No, but the wind will help them fly.
Yeah, I get that. I got you.
Movie logic.
But it's sound. Apart from the fact that you never sit under a bridge during a tornado. That is a surefire way of getting yourself killed.
My good brother in Christ, when that's one of the first things that happens when they go under that little wooden bridge and they just hold on. After that scene was over, I start typing in the chat and I see Kana type. It says Jack of Ziggy Moon's typing, and me and Kana both were like, surely they would not have survived that. That little dinky bridge would not have protected them from a tornado going over them. Kana goes, delete, delete, delete. I was just about to say the exact same thing.
Now, have either of you seen the sequel movie that came out recently?
No.
Twisters? No.
Yeah.
My mom said that my dad watched it recently, and then it was a good time, but
Me and my wife went and watched it when it was in theaters. They double down on the whole hiding under a bridge thing. Kind of like, the whole climbing the fridge to have a nuclear blast. They double down on it for the new movie's heroine's origin story. But
Oh yeah, I saw the intro to that, and it's just that everyone basically died except her. I was just like, yeah, you see. Oh, the only reason Bill Paxton and Helen Hunt survived it because plot armor.
Plot armor. Goddamn right. That happens at the end of the movie, too, because I'm thinking to myself, okay, so those pipes go 30 feet down. So those pipes are probably okay. You guys are literally tying yourself up with stirrups for a horse. Like, I get that those are leather, but that's only so thick. Like, is it?
it's literally skin deep.
Hey. Didn't you know leather is very strong?
Yeah, but this
Apparently
isn't a silk shirt covered in piss, all right? It's not indestructible.
It's what, but they do make armor in Skyrim.
There can be leather armor, yeah, but exactly, though. Leather armor would probably have layers and stuff like that, whereas, I don't know, man. I just found it like, I'm like, oh, they're really going to
Guys, we know this movie is bullshit. But the movie is not portraying itself to take itself seriously.
But here's the thing. It had a brilliant moment of movie, like, you know how people just do stupid shit in movies? There was a moment of brilliance in this when they ran in that barn and they decided to take a look around and see all of the sharp metal objects, scythes, sickles, like harvesting equipment, and they both went, nope, we'd rather brave the tornado, and fucked off. Like, I was like, goddamn right.
First time I saw that, I was just like, did they think that these people are like serial killers or something?
Yeah, because they walk in there like, who are these people?
Like, you're in a barn. What do you expect? Y'all ain't from around
in a barn,
here, are you?
in the middle of a field. But what I wanted to say was, I love how the entire plot of Twister revolves around, we need to get these sensors up in the air so that we can change the warning system from being 3 minutes to 15 minutes to get people to safety.
A very noble goal.
The goal in Twisters is to essentially launch a canister like Dorothy, but full of this powder that absorbs moisture from the air to kill a tornado. They essentially like fill it full of the same shit that you put in diapers and launch that up in there, and it sucks all the water out and makes it collapse.
Somehow, I don't think I'm going to see that movie.
Now, don't get me wrong,
did you guys
it's a fun movie, but their goal is like just immersion breakingly stupid.
Well, it seems like it's taken itself way too seriously. Like, did you ever see Into the Storm? Which was basically like a spiritual sequel to Twister. It came out in like 2014. But the problem is it tried to base all its... This is the one that had the fire tornado. If you remember seeing...
I remember seeing like an advertisement involving a fire tornado.
It seemed like it was trying to base its knowledge on the... I think it was canceled at this point, but it wasn't long after Storm Chasers, that Discovery show, where it followed the IMAX film director, and a couple of Storm Chasers, which sadly one of them, he actually did die in a tornado like a few years later. And it's sad because apparently he was supposed to be like one of the most careful, never put his team in danger. He always valued safety over science. And sadly, he was trapped inside what is supposed to be like one of the largest tornadoes in American history.
Sheila, that sucks.
I can't imagine, dude.
Guys ever want to look up Tim Samaras? That's who it was.
Well, Dane, from what you've said about Twisters, I think I want to keep my head canon that the sequel to Twister is Sharknado. Because I feel like that's an obvious
It makes
next
about
step.
as much sense.
Yeah. Help me out. My brain keeps saying Point Break, and I know that's not right. There was a movie that I think had Pierce Brosnan in it, and it was about a volcano that erupted. And I remember
Dante's Peak.
Dante's Peak? Okay.
Yeah.
Where they were in the lake, and then the water started turning to like acid because of how hot the lava was. Yeah. We were talking about bad shit happening during storms. For some reason, that scene popped in my head, and I'm like, oh, God, I remember that being brutal.
It was during that time in the 90s when two movies of the same plot came out at the exact same time. So you had Volcano and Dante's Peak. You had Deep Impact and Armageddon.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about Deep Impact and Armageddon. Both came out at the same time.
Now, wasn't Volcano the Tommy Lee Jones one?
Yes, it was. And I
I've never
watched
seen
that.
that
And
one.
I watched that like a couple months ago, and that is still the same tone as Twister. It is stupid but fun because it's not taking itself seriously.
Yeah, I remember Point Break being kind of serious.
Well, that's because that's Patrick
007?
Swayze and Keanu Reeves.
Well, was Pierce Brosnan
think
not
you
in that?
No, you're thinking of
You
Dante's
meant
Peak.
Dante's Peak. You said Point Break again.
Oh, God damn it.
Dante's Peak
Yeah.
is definitely more serious than Volcano.
Yeah,
It's okay. I called Evan Williams Bob Evans earlier. We're good.
Oh, man. Yeah, Dante's Peak. I'd like to rewatch
But
that
Dante's Peak is probably the better movie objectively because it's got Linda Hamilton and she's a sweetheart.
This movie Twister made me miss Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Yes.
Like I realized like there's so many movies I love that have him in it, and there's a lot of movies I'd like to see that have him in it that I've never seen, like Capote.
It's just you can watch this movie. Watching the actors in this movie, you could definitely tell there's like some camaraderie in the background when the camera's off. Like I do remember like Bill Paxton is like dangling off of one of the I think it's supposed to be the house that gets tossed and ends up on its side, and the truck drives through it. You see him just like swinging through the from the beams. It's just like, yeah, I could see everyone just having fun. Even though apparently the production of this movie, particularly the F3 scene with the where they're driving through the hail, that scene was a nightmare. Because apparently the director is like, yeah, I have like 20,000 pounds of ice. We'll be able to, that should be more than enough. And apparently I think it barely lasted a day. And that shoot went on for weeks. And
I found myself being like, oh, I wonder how they got that hail to come down like that. Like, I wonder what mechanism they used, because I thought that was kind of cool.
They used a machine that just they threw ice in it and it chopped it up. And it was just like shooting it basically like kind of out of a cannon at tornado wind speed. So a lot of the people, production, Bill Paxton, the ones that are out in the hail, they're getting hurt.
Yeah, right?
Oh, yeah, a cannon full of ice cubes will do that.
And it's the only scene in the movie where you actually get to hear a fuck. After Helen Hunt slams the brakes on the truck and Bill like smashes his face into the back of the pickup, and then he's just like, fuck.
There was a moment in that scene where she's driving and he's in the back where it's very obvious that he overdubbed, because it's like he turns his head and says something, but if you watch his mouth, there's no movement.
Oh, there's like, guaranteed.
Man.
There's a lot of ADR, of course.
Yeah. Which is okay. Like that was common at the time. It was just just that one I just caught, and I was like, ah.
I find it funny how he spent like 5 minutes getting Dorothy set up, and at the end of the movie, Helen Hunt just flips the switches. It's like, yep, she's ready. It's like, then what the hell, Bill Paxton? What were you doing all that time?
Well, it's the first time he got to see it. Remember, so everything he had was theoretical.
You stole my idea, you son of a bitch.
Guys. Hold on, let me. There once was a Bill, an evil Bill, and I killed him. First time I heard that, my mind immediately went to Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. Just because, like, that's right, there was an evil Bill, and he killed him.
Catch you later, Bill and Ted.
Catch you later, Bill and Ted.
There's just so many fun lines in Twister. I know you've been harping on food a lot. The one when I was a kid that we quoted a lot around my house was "Rabbit is good, rabbit is wise."
The extreme, it's the extreme. And of course, the one that you've been quoting a lot, Dalton, is the suck zone.
Yeah, the suck zone. Also, I like cow. Another cow. I think that was the same cow.
Okay,
also
she didn't just marry your penis.
Okay, she not only married your penis.
I can't have to. Okay, put Jane on the phone. It must be tiring being a therapist.
Losers, move on. Also, the music's really good in this movie.
Yeah, I was actually surprised by even the ending credits. I'm like, this is going really hard for ending credits.
I do like how some of this music it gets like all gospel-y choir. Like the first tornado you see it, you just hear the music. It's like, oh. It's like, okay.
Ominous.
For a second there, I really thought you were going to polish that with a alrighty then.
I would if I was more clever.
God, yeah, love Ace Ventura.
I think that's the better movie.
I
When
like
Nature
the second
Calls.
Ace Ventura as well. I like it more than the first one too. I agree.
Same.
Like the first
Everyone
one's good,
loves
but
a
the second one's
slinky.
great.
You gotta get a slinky, slinky, slinky. Go, slinky, go.
Dude, to this day, I'll be bored at work and I'll like look at Tony and I'll go, and now the yak.
Him birthing himself out of the fake rhino's ass.
There's something out on the wane. Something.
Thing. Oh, Jeff, I thought about you the other day at work. I think I told this on Steam Machine, but I'll tell it here too because there may be different listeners. But I brought up The Big Lebowski. I called Tony Sir. He's like 23. I think he just turned 24. I was like, yes, sir. He's like, sir was my father. And he said it just joking around. And I was like, I'm the dude, man. Like, Mr. Lebowski was my dad. Like, you can just call me dude. And Tony just shoots me a look and goes, yo, bro, I was not expecting that movie to be so fucking sad at the end, man. He goes, like, I'm having a good time. I'm vibing. I'm fucking faded just watching it. And then all of a sudden their homie dies and they're doing the ashes. He goes, I was like tearing up, bro. And I was like, I love that for you, man.
Donnie finally shut the fuck up.
I was like, yeah, man. Fucking Donnie.
What else? I mean, I think the effect. Yes, the effects you could definitely tell aren't quite as good as they used to be now in HD, but I think they still hold up very well.
Yeah, the effects in this movie were definitely ideal for a CRT. In the lower def, you couldn't pick it up, but shit's come a long way. Well, had come a long way, and now they use it so much that it's just you're numb to it.
I do love the fact that all the tornadoes sound like an animal. It's wonderful. I mean, even the F5, it sounds like an elephant.
I just imagined, whoever did the Foley for that, there was just some dude in the room going, put some filters on that. Just doing weird shit in the background.
We should also mention that the script was written by Michael Crichton. So the second time that man has joined the podcast.
I said that to Willie because Willie and I were talking about Michael Crichton books to movies the other day, and because I was explaining to Willie that in high school I checked out The Lost World from the library and started reading it and was like, this is nothing like the Lost World movie. It was way more science-y and like details about DNA and all this type of stuff. And that was when I learned that no, it's because all of the three of the original Jurassic Park movies, all of that shit happened in the first book. They just split it up into 3 movies. But I told Willie, I was like, did you know that Michael Crichton wrote the script for Twister? And he goes, no, but that makes so much sense.
Everyone's our assholes. Except Dusty.
Dusty's the man. Dusty, why don't you take her over there and explain to her why you are the way you are.
Another scene, it's absolutely pointless, but basically there ends up like a little music video in the beginning of this movie where everyone starts playing. They're driving their vehicles and they all are playing their versions of music, but yet you can hear everyone's. So like Dusty, you got is that Van Halen? I don't know. And then you got I think the guy's name is Preacher. The guy gets his head sliced from a hubcap. You hear him. He's playing the William Tell overture, and then you got the married couple. It's like LAHOMA Oklahoma. It's just like, why is this scene here? For fun.
For character building.
Someone in the studio was doing mashups, and they were like, let's throw that in the film. This works better than it should. Let's put it in there.
But yeah, something about that's always like baffled me when Philip Seymour Hoffman died and they found him. Apparently he had overdosed on heroin, I think is what I remember it being. But they found something, I think it was like 9 or 13 bags of heroin in his room where he died at. And I was like, God damn, dude, like, it's such a bummer. There's been so many good actors, musicians.
Well, Bill Paxton died from an aneurysm caused from basically a botched surgery, And it was supposed to be a routine surgery. I think he was supposed to have a bypass for his heart. And this is something I recently saw this on YouTube. It was Michael Biehn, Johnny Ringo from Tombstone, Kyle Reese. He was he was telling Bill Paxton, it's like, man, you need to get that taken care of, because apparently Bill has had this issue for a while. It's like, you shouldn't put this off any longer. And he had the surgery, and like a month later or something, he ended up having an aneurysm, then a stroke, and he died.
So the takeaway is, if you've got a major medical issue, just ignore it and put it off, because the doctor will kill you.
Or seek an actual person who knows what they're doing.
Fuck that. I'm going to go to Mexico and get one of those unlicensed doctors. We're great for Andy Kaufman.
Just go to Canada. They got that free health care.
Or you could be like that one lady who was on the plane, had a heart episode on the plane to France to go on vacation. They landed in France, took her immediately to the hospital. She had open heart surgery, and her bill was like $40 because her husband had some Gatorades while she was getting surgery. It's like, that's how that shit goes over there. Where here it's like, that would have cost you $250,000, but that's just Merca. Capitalism, yeah.
Well, it's either pay for it at the hospital or pay for it in taxes.
Or don't do anything and pay for it with your life. Dun, dun, dun.
Did I just hear a jingle in the background while you were doing that? Like someone's phone?
That was mine. Yeah, you heard the Power Rangers jingle. Doot, 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 doot. I should probably put that on vibrate. That's my bad.
So, is there anything about this movie that you're just like, you didn't like, didn't care for, just weren't sure of?
Yes. I didn't like the bad guy. I thought he was just a dumb character. Good actor. I've seen him in other things, so I know that he's a good actor. Just didn't like him in this. Didn't like how the character was written. Didn't like it. Was glad that he got blown up.
That would have been a great opportunity for Cary Elwes to just choose the scenery and have fun with it. I get the feel that he showed up more for the paycheck than anything.
I think he was having fun just because of the horrible accent he was doing.
And
I'm just saying it could have been more fun.
Yes.
I didn't think that Bill Paxton's fiance, I didn't think that character needed to exist. I understand why, because like you guys said, she's the plot dump person that doesn't know what's going on. So she is the audience being informed when they're telling her about it. But
she's the audience surrogate.
Like, she could have easily just been like Bill Paxton's sister who's just coming to help him try to get divorced. Like, I didn't think they needed that relationship aspect to it.
Was she a vegetarian?
She looked like it. That was the vibe I got.
Because during the food scene, she sits down, they put the steak, potatoes, and she almost gags. It's just like, well, first off, how could you gag at a beautiful piece of meat like that? Or it's just, was she just overwhelmed?
Yeah, those steaks give me a hard on. I don't understand what that woman's problem was.
I mean, if they were just trying to make her unlikable, they succeeded maybe a little too well.
I think they were going for, painting her as fish out of water, trying to add, like, support to the whole, these two wouldn't actually work in the long run.
Well, no, but I think for the most part she's fun, just because she does have one of my favorite lines of, "She did not marry your penis."
Yeah. If it was not for that backseat phone conversation going on in tandem, I would be 110% on board. Just cut her from the movie.
You're not going to have this baby the old-fashioned way, even if you stand on your head. She's a reproductive therapist.
Is she your therapist? What, you said I need therapy? Whoa, no, I'm just trying to make conversation.
I know what you're trying to do. You don't want to fight. Do you want me to drive? No. Well, then you. Oh, shit.
I do like you can hear their arguing over the radio, and the couple is just like, I think they're doing well.
Yeah. Also liked how the bad guy's arrogance gets him killed. Just him not wanting to take Bill Paxton, trying to seriously give him some like good advice. And
What
then his
really got
homeboy
me
gets
about
Final Destination.
yeah, like the Final Destination moment where the guy who's like, he wants to turn around. Maybe we should listen to him. No, you're going to keep driving. That dude
What?
gets speared.
Well, watch your opinion, and I'll give it to you. Well, what's a worse fate? The fact that he was speared, or Jonas in the twister surviving for maybe a minute, and then you just see the ground just coming right towards you, and then you blow up.
Yeah, he was basically the hamster in the little box on the way home that too young a child has been given and is holding it in the car, just shaking the shit out of it.
I will say it's not part of the movie, but it is part of the nostalgia critic when he reviewed that movie, because he for the whole review he's making fun of him. It was just like he got himself some corporate sponsors. So when that scene happens, you see the truck start flying away. You just hear, "Remember to drink Pepsi."
And his final corporate sponsor was the local morgue.
Fuck, guys, I love this movie. It's fun. Yes, it does have a couple issues with maybe the characters, but I do love. I'm going back to the scene where Jonas is about to die in a twister. It just cuts to his entire team. Like the camera just pans across, and it all just like, like it's just a shocked face. It's like, I thought you were supposed to be a professional.
Dude, here's something that cracked me up too, right? They watch that guy blow up, and Bill Paxton's like, stupid idiot, or whatever, and he's all angry, and Hill and Hunt just goes, we did all that we could. And then she's totally fine.
I do it. This movie does have one of my favorite continuity errors. So during the last scene, when they're all these tractors and farm equipment are getting dropped in front of them, and you see a combine. I'm not sure what the thing is called, but you see it like smash through the windshield of the truck, and then a second later, the windshield is fine.
Yes, I pointed that out to Kana in the chat. I was like, "Did you see that the windshield's okay now?" And we just watched it get smashed in.
Guys, also by the way, that V10 engine of that truck sounds beautiful. Like the first time you hear it, it's just like, now I gotta go change my shorts. They survived getting a semi tossed at them.
Just taps it.
Just taps it. I mean, you could definitely hear it's like, okay, some glass just broke. Nope, the truck is still fine. In perfect condition.
Didn't even knock off the side mirror.
Nope.
Yeah. But yet, in the beginning, I love when they're under the bridge, and after they miraculously survive that, and Helen Hunt's like, "Where's my truck?" Boom! There it is.
Screech!
And Dusty, you just missed a truck. That was awesome. Bill, she just missed the truck. Oh, Dusty.
And then the very next thing, she's looking at Bill like, "Hey, that truck, you got full coverage? Only liability. No." Come on, no. Next scene. In the
no
truck.
way. Yep, in the truck.
And that was the moment that they knew that their future marriage was over.
It was at this moment Bill knew he fucked up.
He fucked up. When
'Cause
keeping
all he
it
said-
real goes wrong.
All he said was, one day, giving you one day. Whether she flies or not, I'm gone. It was more than a day. He was determined to beat that corporate sponsor bastard.
You
Yeah,
could
I
tell
love
that other dude's sensors were very clearly knockoffs because his were cubes instead of spheres.
I liked.
And he only made one, whereas they were able to build 4.
They didn't knock the rough edges off of anything. Shitty knockoff.
So we talked about how they split, where she's just like, "I'm out of here." We knew it wasn't going to work out anyway, even though we were going to get married. So then again, Jeff, we've discussed how this takes place over like a long day, right?
Yes.
So by the end of the day, at the beginning of the day, he's like, yeah, I'm going to be a weatherman. I'm getting married to this girl. And by the end, she's like, I'm going to work at the labs and you're going to do such and stuff. And he's like, hold on. And I'm thinking he's going to be like, no, I'm a weatherman. And she's going to have to talk him into that. And he just goes, hold on. I'm working in the labs. I don't know what you're talking about. And I'm like, okay, so he has just given up on everything. But he's...
we should consider Bill Paxton a lucky guy. Just see the fact that he gropes Helen Hunt.
Yes, he did get
His
a good
hand
handful of titty.
Oh yeah, he did. It's just like, hey Bill, how'd they feel?
They're real and they're spectacular.
Oops.
Boobs. 80085.
Guys, this movie's great.
I agree.
It's not a classy movie, but it is a great movie.
The way I described it, as I said, I have my qualms with it, but it's a fun time. It's a fun romp.
Great popcorn.
It is
flick.
fun. Oh yeah, this is definitely a blockbuster.
It's exactly what I was going to use. The word is blockbuster. Yep.
Because I guarantee, like, the visuals, the sound effects, I bet you the theater experience was great. And sadly,
Man.
I never did see this in theaters.
I am. I think it was it Willie or was Kana? One of the two said that this movie was like a real big show off for like bassy surround systems. And I was like, man, I wish I hadn't been watching it so late at night because I have some decent computer speakers. I have Klipsch, and they really put out some bass, and I should have cranked the bass up to really get that.
Is this one of the first movies that uses THX audio? You know that.
Yeah.
Is this one of the first movies to do that?
Well, I know THX started. Wasn't THX started by George Lucas?
I don't know.
I think it was George Lucas. I think he had a movie called THX that was like all about the sound. I could be wrong about that, but
Viewers, let us know.
I would have said that Twister would have been one of the first ones that like used it really well that I can think of.
Well, if George Lucas was responsible for THX, it does check boxes with this movie because Industrial Light and Magic did the effects.
Which is his company, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That was what I think it transitioned into Lucasfilms.
Okay. Yeah. And then LucasArts.
Fun trivia. The Dodge Ram went through 20 windshields.
Only 20.
Movie sponsored by Safe Flight Repair. Safe Flight Replace. Repair. Yeah.
on
Replete
that note.
rip of players.
Uh,
So, you ready for final thoughts on it?
Yeah, I pretty much said my piece on it.
Yeah, okay. Great popcorn flick.
yeah. If you have a giant projector screen with surround sound, give it a watch. It's just under 2 hours. Well worth the watch.
I think
Yeah, and as much as you love the 90-minute movie, I was surprised. This was more than 90 minutes.
made that comment to my mom last night.
Because it doesn't feel it. Because every time it's just like, okay, there might be 5 to 10 minutes of, like just a downtime, and all of a sudden it's just like, all right, we got to head to the next twister.
Well, it keeps moving, and unlike like your modern action flick, there's no question in, all right, why are they doing the thing? It flows, and you can follow the plot every beat of the way.
Yeah.
It's a good movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I give it a hearty pip pip.
I can't even say my thing just because I really do think this is a good movie. But just for the sake of the viewers, it's not a good movie, but it's a good movie.
But it's a
Well, that's why I put the spin on. It's not a classy movie, but it's a great movie.
It's certainly not classy.
That I think that's how we should start reviewing the films. Always put our final thoughts in that form. It's not a blank, but it's a blank. It's not a classy movie. It's a great movie.
Well, I think we know what our letterbox review is.
Food.
Food.
I guarantee there's hundreds of that review. That's why we should just go with, it's not a classy movie, but it's a great movie.
In the suck zone.
The Suck Zone.
The suck zone. I'm curious what's up next, man.
Yeah, me too. So I guess I do have next pick, huh?
Yes, you do. Make it a good one.
So, I was telling Jeff before we started recording and you showed up, Dalton, about the movie that we almost wound up with. I came a gnat's ass of picking this movie. I'm going to tell you about that while I stall for time. Are you familiar with Rubber?
I am familiar with Rubber. What a fucking ridiculous movie that is.
I came so close to picking that movie.
I'd have been all about it. I'm just saying.
But I'm like, no. The premise is fun, but the execution, it just goes on a little too long.
Yeah. If it was a 30-minute short, could have been one of the all-time greats.
You know, it's really funny because that was basically what I said. It should have been a short film.
Yep.
I'm like, no, we need something more dramatic. And I'm like, Serbian film. No, let's push that off. Let's push that off. Maybe in April. So I'm like, what could we do? And the funny thing is how many times the movie that I want to do has been referenced already this episode, and you didn't even know that I was thinking about doing this film. We've danced all around it and talked about it explicitly. So,
The only
I
one I
think-
remember talking about is Bill and Ted.
Or the Big
Close.
Lebowski.
we're doing the Big Lebowski.
Yeah, baby. That's what I'm fucking talking about, son.
Man, come on. I had a rough night. I hate the fucking Eagles, man.
Like the fucking Eagles, man. Hell yeah, dude.
I haven't watched that
fucking
movie in
stoked.
forever. I've been jonesing for some Coens Brothers ever since we did Raising Arizona. I'm like, let's do Big Lebowski. And then Dalton's sitting there. I'm like, dude, fucking save it for next week, motherfucker.
My
I
bad.
don't like your jerk. I don't like your jerk off clothes. I don't like your jerk off face, and I don't like you, jerk off.
There's
Do I make myself perfectly clear?
I will-
Sorry, I wasn't listening. Ow, you fucking fascist!
Yeah, you fucking fascist. I won't bring it up till next week, but there is one of my favorite just weird scenes is in the Big Lebowski, and it involves Philip Seymour Hoffman, and it's
Now, here's the real
well-
fun part.
More Philip.
We all have to give Mick false impression because he was going to be here tonight originally to record Twister with us, but he got double booked. So he had to go do another podcast. He's like, but I want to be on there next time. I said, be careful, dude. It's my pick. So until this episode drops, we all got to give him shit and be like, dude, you're not going to like what Dane picked. So,
I can do that.
and then this will drop like with my track record the day before we record next.
So if Mick decides to pop in on movie stream night, then he'll see.
But yeah, so when you listen to this, Mick, I did just solid. I picked a good one because I was going to pick Rubber just to make him suffer, but I'm like, no, it's not fun enough for the full length. So yeah,
Rubber would be a fun one to do one day, though.
It's maybe in Spooktember because that's supposed to be classified as a horror movie.
Is it?
I mean, it is
I-
technically a slasher.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose so. There are deaths in that movie.
I hope there's somebody who listens to this, and because we're not explaining anything about Rubber, they go and look it up.
Yeah, that's the best way to do it. Just go experience it for yourself.
Because I found out about that movie from my buddy Ace, the one that we dressed like ninjas and hid in his apartment and attacked him while he caught him with his pants down.
Yeah. Yeah.
He comes to me, he's like, Dane, you need to watch this movie. It's called Rubber. And immediately I'm thinking, condom, whenever I just heard the word rubber with no context. I'm like, okay, what the fuck? Because he's also a dirty little bastard, so I figured it's probably like some weird sex comedy. He's like, it's about a tire that comes to life and blows people's heads up.
Yeah.
What?
And it's got one of the greatest intros in movie history.
Absolutely. Like,
Yeah.
that and House of a Thousand Corpses are the two best film intros ever made.
So good, dude.
I have watched just that beginning bit, and I don't want to spoil anything. if you do nothing else, just go online. I'm sure you can find that scene on YouTube. Just intro to Rubber.
I guarantee it.
But yeah. So if you've made it this far into the episode, we love you for it. God bless you. I don't know how you do it each and every time that we sit down and do this nonsense. But I've been Mr. Puzzles. He's been Grumpy Jeff. That's been Steam Machine Dalton. You've been the audience. So, Jeff, do you have any lovely words to leave our viewers with?
I do, and I actually wrote this down because the day we are recording this, it is Groundhog's Day. So I do want to quote Bill Murray from Groundhog's Day. When Chekhov saw the long winter, he saw winter bleak and dark and bereft of hope. Yet we know that winter is just another step in the cycle of life. But standing here among the people of Punxsutawney and basking in the warmth of their hearts, I couldn't imagine a better fate than a long and lustrous winter. From Punxsutawney, it's Grumpy Jeff, wanting to wish those affected by the cold and heavy snow to stay warm, keep your loved ones safe. Catherine O'Hara, please say hello to John Hurd and John Candy for us. My brothers, it's a little late, but I wish you both a happy birthday.
Thank you.
And, of course, fuck you, Mick. We already discussed South Park. So...
Yeah, speaking of Groundhog's Day, you know what the worst part about getting caught in a time loop is?
What?
You know what the worst part about getting caught in a time loop is?
And I'm dead serious. You see, I did write it down.
You did. Jeff wrote a monologue.
I loved watching Dalton sitting there on the edge of a seat like, fuck you, Mick? Is there going to be a fuck you, Mick?
I was like, please, the way you were doing this, please end it on fuck you, Mick. I'm not watching South Park. I was like begging you over here. And you did it.
No, I didn't say. We discussed South Park.
That's true. We did discuss it.
So we don't need to watch we don't need to watch the 5 episodes. Even though I think it would still be funny to watch the entire season except those 5 episodes. Just for spite.
Oh.
But I love you both. And viewers, I love you all. And fuck you, Mick. You know what you did.
Oh.
I'm gonna
You racist. You racist.
I don't know how you could top that one.